What's the reason? I mean, you can't find nothing, huh? I mean, you can't find nothing, man. Look, man, I'm on time, man. So I believe this is just like a type racist type thing, though. I mean, he just want to find a black man just to pull over. That's what I'm thinking here. I mean, he can't find nothing else. I mean, look how long it takes just to look me up. It shouldn't take that long. I don't have no warrant or nothing. So what the hold up? I don't have no warrant, man. Here come another officer. Pulled over. Pulled over. Here come another one. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the warrant. I mean, like, I don't have no warrant. You asked for everything else. See, he just said that his sergeant just pulled up. I mean, like, they hide behind his vehicle that, like, he don't want me to record it, so they can see that what's going on and everything else. But I believe he's gonna end up coming to me. He gonna talk to me, and I believe they gonna let me off. Because for one thing, he don't have nothing on me. So what the deal is? I mean, it's like two cars. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, this ain't no motorcycle.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm blessed though, but I just got put over for what reason?
Okay. Because there was no tag on the car, okay, on the bike, okay.
I mean, that's not a motorcycle.
Okay, I understand.
Right.
Um,
So I'm trying to figure out what I'm pulling over for.
okay.
I mean, I know for a fact that I don't have to have no driver license.
You do have to have a license.
Nah, I don't think I got to have an ID.
Okay.
That's the only thing I got to have.
If you're driving on the roadway, you are required to have.
Nah, I'm not required that, sir. I mean, like Georgia state laws on this right here. I already look up the stipulation on this.
40-6-351.
I look it up. The stipulation on this is telling me that I don't have to.
So you don't need a motorcycle license.
I don't need a motorcycle license. That's not a motorcycle.
But you do need
That's
but
a
you
scooter.
You do need a valid driver's license to drive on the roadway.
I need a valid ID.
Yes.
driver's license.
I got a valid ID.
No,
There's
no,
a difference
driver's
between
license.
an identification card and a driver's license.
Well, you tell me that I have to have a motorcycle license.
No,
No,
not
no.
a motorcycle license.
I got to have a car license.
a car
A
license.
driver's
That's
license.
not a car, sir.
No, but you're required to have a driver's license to drive it on the roadway.
Sir, and like I said, you ain't the only one that I had spoke to about this, and they let me go.
It's 40-6-3.
And they didn't say that. They didn't say nothing that said that I had to have a tag on it. I didn't say that. They didn't say that I had to have a license.
So do you need a driver's license to required to operate a moped in Georgia. So you
A
need
moped.
which is that's what that is. Okay,
What it say in moped?
right here, moped or scooter. You are required to have a driver's license to drive a moped or scooter on.
If that's the case, then they need to the dealer need to explain that to me. Cause they showed them to explain that to me.
No, I understand that. However,
And
this
then
is not offense to you, okay? It is not their responsibility to make sure that you know the laws, okay? It's your responsibility. That ultimately that falls on everyone, okay?
but see, that's the point. I had looked it up the stipulation and everything. That it did not say that I didn't
understand.
need one.
I understand.
So I mean, I've been riding this over a month
Yeah,
without
that's fine.
one.
No,
So
that's fair. And then sometimes
And-
you could drive you could operate a
and I like I was explaining to him, this is not my first traffic stop. I mean, like today,
okay.
and some sergeants from the sheriff department said that as long as I require a helmet, as long as I obey the laws, the traffic laws and all that, you're good to go. And he ain't said nothing like, oh, I have to have a license for this, I have to have a tag for this, I have to have insurance and all that. He said that just as long as you obey and as long as you drive safe. That's all that matters.
And
And
I understand
I'm
that.
definitely going to see my lawyer.
And I understand that. However, according to state law, you are required to have a driver's license to operate any vehicle on the roadways, with the exception of like a bicycle or something.
Even a bicycle.
No, I said the exception of something like a bicycle. Or,
Okay, this was...
That was 40-6-3.
I didn't check out the actual code section. I just googled it.
So,
Yeah, he's 9.
so is my name is clear? No warrant?
No one.
All right, I may leave.
So let me talk to my officer real quick and just kind of discuss things with him, and then we'll get back right with you, and we'll just kind of let you know where we're gonna go from here on out. Okay. So just hang tight. Give me a few minutes to just talk to him real quick, and then I'll come right back with you. Okay.
Because I'm about to miss my appointment with my lawyer.
I understand. It'll take a couple minutes, like 2 minutes.
Won't even
okay?
take that one. We're just gonna hop back here. We're gonna talk. We'll get back with you.
Man, this is a bunch of bull. They put up stipulations saying that a moped have to have license, a driver license and all that, just to drive a moped. Be for real. Like I told them, I've been driving this thing over a month. I ain't never ever been put over or something like this. This is the first time ever I've been put over some tag. He said, this is not a vehicle car. Now see, there come another officer. Here come a third one. Wow. Wow. A third officer pulled up. Now I believe this is gonna go out. This is gonna go crazy. I mean, like for real, this is bound to go crazy. Yeah, this is bound to go crazy. Because anything there that come in contact with me, I'm gonna definitely gonna need your name. Yeah. I don't know what his problem is. Come on, man.
Okay. What was your last name again?
Holloway.
Okay. Hardaway?
Holloway.
Holloway. Okay. Okay, Mr. Holloway. The reason why you were initially pulled over is because there was no tag on the vehicle, okay? Just let me finish, okay?
Go ahead.
There's no tag on the vehicle. It means we can't verify information regarding the vehicle, okay? If we see any kind of vehicle on the roadway, we don't see a tag, it creates some kind of suspicion, okay? Not anything wrong, not saying that you're a murderer or a criminal or anything like that. It just creates some kind of suspicion. We pull a car over and investigate it, okay? When you were pulled over, the investigation revealed you didn't have a driver's license, okay? We already kind of came to the conclusion that you do need a valid driver's license to drive any vehicle, okay? Okay. When that was determined, he was able to figure things out, determine that you don't have any warrants, anything, you're good to go, okay?
Okay.
So what he's gonna do is, it's his decision. He can give you a verbal warning. That's fine. He can issue a citation, whatever. However, what is it that you want to do?
We're going to give you a verbal today.
Okay.
All right.
So get a verbal, okay? And these motor squad guys, they're well versed with this. If you have any questions about that to them, that's fine. However, he's gonna give you a verbal warning, okay, regarding everything, and you're good to go. However, hear me out, okay? If you don't have a valid driver's license, you cannot drive the vehicle or this on the roadway, okay? Because you need a valid driver's license, okay? So whatever you do from here on out is up to you. However, if you get pulled over again and you don't have a valid driver's license, you can be issued a citation for that, okay? You kind of understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. We just want to make sure that you fully understand that aspect, okay? All right, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. I'm out there.
I didn't want to, keep you from your appointment, but if you have any questions, by all means, you can ask me.
No, that's it. I'm straight. I'm straight now. I just got the concept and I'm good to go. Cause now I'll be leaving.
I do have one thing for you, and you can explain it about speeds. What road you're allowed to be on with a moped?
So if it is 49cc, sir, you're not allowed. You can drive it, not registered and all that, with the 49cc low-speed vehicle laws. What you cannot do is drive it on any highway or any roadway that is above 35 mile an hour. Okay, this 49cc's is equated to 35 mile an hour. If you're driving it on a roadway where the speed limit is 45 or higher, 40.
Yeah, I get that
you can't do
concept.
that,
Yeah, I know that.
okay. Okay.
It's a safety issue.
Yeah, I already know that I can't ride the highways. I get that.
Yeah.
I can ride this road here. I can ride that road there. But I just can't ride no highway.
Yeah, veteran
I get
parkway
you.
included.
Veteran Parkway included.
It is a highway, and the speed limit's 45.
What's the speed limit on airport?
I've been road Veteran Parkway.
He can ride.
Veteran Parkway is illegal for me to ride.
No, sir. The speed limit's 45 miles
So
an
it
hour.
depends
and
on where you're at on veterans.
State route
See, that's the
27.
point.
So the whole whole
Yeah,
veterans
it's a
off
highway.
limits.
It's a highway.
The whole Veteran is a highway.
Yes, sir. It is a state route.
You got to be kidding me.
No, sir. Not at all. Now, I mean, do what you will, sir, but I'm just giving you some advice on what road.
I mean, I've been riding. I've been past most of the. A lot of y'all.
Gonna tear you up over it.
I'm not
I
saying
mean,
I've
I've
just
been.
telling you.
Look, sorry. Hold up. I've been passing a lot of y'all on Veteran.
Yeah.
I ain't have been pulled over. None whatsoever. So, like I said, that's the first I ever heard from him. It's the first time I ever heard from you about having a license and everything there. But long as I've been driving it over a month now. It's been a month since I've been driving this. I haven't even been pulled over nothing else. Because why? I ain't haven't broken no law.
And look, fair enough. Usually, if it depends on how busy the day is. What we're doing a certain time
So
of the
what?
day.
I mean, like, what? Y'all just need something to do?
No, it's just
I mean, like, what? Y'all just pull me over because y'all ain't got nothing else to do?
no, it's not that. It just depends.
I mean, what? I mean,
That's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. I mean, if you're bored, then I mean, like, for real, I don't have a
It's not so
tag.
much about being
I
bored.
don't have a license. I mean, yeah, you just seen me just normally riding the scooter.
No.
Then
it's
they
not-
happened to
it-
pull me
no,
over.
it's
Because
not-
that's what he just did. Because he just pulled me over
Okay.
over a tag.
Okay.
But
Well,
I
if
just
that's what
told
he-
him that
that's what he
that
chooses
they
to
don't
do.
need a tag.
Well, if that's what he chooses, because you don't know what CC's that thing is. Okay.
But see, I know that CC is. That
On
ain't
the
gonna
side
go
it
to about
says-
40. It ain't gonna go but like 30 miles per hour.
I understand.
Yes, it's legally almost 20. So that's legal for me to ride. So yes, I understand that if they like pass over then yes. But yet I don't need nothing else because it don't break the speed limit.
Okay.
It doesn't. Unless I'm riding down the hill, then it'll probably like push it.
Yeah.
But it don't push that much.
Does he know that?
But
Does he
that's the
know
thing,
that?
He doesn't know that
He
until
does
he
now, but
investigates.
did he know that before that?
See, look, here's what's
I mean, like, I don't know if he knows it or not. If he had one,
well, I mean, he knows now that it's 49, okay? So if he sees you driving on this road, with the exception of the license thing, if he
Yeah.
sees you driving on a road that's, that's good, he's not gonna pull you over, okay? However, if he sees your car on Veterans Parkway, that would be a reason to pull you over. Not saying that he will, because sometimes we're on our way to another call. Sometimes we're not doing anything and we're just busy doing something else, or we have to go somewhere to write a report. We're not going to pull every violation over. Okay.
well, since y'all here, then can I get your name and badge?
Yeah.
Your name and
I mean,
badge?
I don't have a badge number.
Let me get y'all name down then. And use that.
We just want to make sure that you're also educated on this as well, because I don't want you to keep doing the same thing and not necessarily knowing, Because I mean, at the same time, and perfect example, you didn't know you couldn't drive on Veterans Parkway. Now you do, okay? I'm not saying that, don't go on Veterans Parkway, because you can do whatever you want. However, if you are on Veterans Parkway, you can get pulled over by a police officer.
No, I got business on Veteran Parkway,
understand,
and I have to
understand.
ride out there because I work out there.
I understand.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't have any other choices.
Are you working on getting your driver's license?
Am I working on it?
Yeah.
Shoot, if I can.
So, but like I said, traffic stops, it's a discretion on the officer whether they want to pull someone over or not, okay? If I see someone running a red light, I'll probably pull them over. If I see someone not using the blinker, I wouldn't.
Can I borrow?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
If I see someone not using their blinker, could it be a traffic stop? Sure it is. Am
Yeah.
I gonna bother? I'm not. I probably wouldn't. Some officers would, okay?
Yeah,
You just have to-
because it's actually breaking the law. The traffic law. Yeah. That's all it is. I mean, like, shoot, like I said, I've been following the laws since I got that.
And look, and I'm not saying that you're purposely trying to, disobey traffic laws by driving on Veterans Parkway, because I mean you didn't know, and unfortunately that isn't, according to state law and according to law itself, that's not an excuse. However, we are given discretion where we are able to come out here and educate you about what you can or can't do, and it may not even result in a citation at all. It may just be us pulling you over, like, hey man, just so you know, you can't be doing this on this road or stuff like that. So we want you to understand that, because of safety reasons.
Which is what
I
you
mean,
got
I
today
get
was
it.
verbal.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it though. Yes, I do. I really do. I really do. And beyond me, I really do. So, I mean, for real. I really do understand the laws and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like our job is, at the end of the day, is not to come out and harass you and throw a bunch of citations on you and generate revenue and stuff. It's
But
not
sure,
our
he
job.
was just talking about like he wanted to arrest me if I didn't give him my ID.
Well,
What?
that
I'm trying to figure
that
out
would have been one.
what did I do wrong?
Well, because you have to identify yourself. But you eventually did, right?
I mean, I really didn't have to because I ain't broken the law.
Well,
I mean,
you
what?
have to identify.
Okay, so what contained that I have broken the law that for me to identify myself?
Well, you
No,
conducted
I ain't did nothing. But yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I did,
the thing,
though.
But the thing is, a traffic stop was conducted, okay,
Okay,
based on articulable or reasonable suspicion, okay.
I'm just because I didn't have any tag.
Yes, which is valid, okay? However, when the traffic stop was conducted, you have to identify yourself, okay? He conducts further investigation, okay? Determine that this car has 49 cc's, okay?
He wanted to look me up to see if I had any warrant. That's what he told me.
That's standard protocol. That's standard
But
protocol.
see, that's the
for anyone.
point though. So for what reason for me to give you something for you to pull me up in your system?
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, like, see, that's the point though. See, that's my right.
No, that happens with every traffic stop.
But see, that's the point though. It may happen in any other traffic stop, but it happened with my right. You're trumping my right.
But it's not a trump on your right.
Yes, it is. So
No, it's
what is it? I mean, like, what is this a violation? Then I mean, like, if one thing that, if I ask you for your day of birth and everything else, will you be glad that you give it to me? Even though
Well,
you're
I
an
don't have
officer.
to identify
But see,
myself in
that's the
that
point.
sense.
But see, that's the point, though. You don't have to, because of why?
Because I'm not the one.
But see, that's
that
it.
got pulled over.
But see, that's it, though.
So-
I'm the
so-
one that got pulled over, though.
I understand.
And I really don't have to, unless I
Oh,
ever
you
did.
do.
Unless I actually did something wrong.
You do, because if that was the case, if we pull over anyone and they just refuse to give us their information, they
You got to explain that, what the reason that for pulling over.
and he did.
And he just said that, oh, you don't have any tag.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. Then if it's not a tag, then what is it? Then he said that, oh, you don't have a driver license or something like that. Then
Yeah.
he jumped from tag to driver
Yeah,
license.
because that's just the next step. Okay.
So
'Cause sometimes we find out different things on a traffic stop. Okay. We pull someone over, we find out different things. You know, the initial stop could be running a stop sign. Okay. We pull you over. Okay. Not
Right.
you, but we pull someone over for running a stop sign. Okay.
right.
Okay, then we go up and investigate. Hey, man, do you have a driver's? No, I've left my driver's license. Okay, man, what's your name? Oh, John Smith. Okay, cool. John Smith, date of birth 1198. Okay, cool. Let me go back to my car and run that information. Oh, okay. I just discovered that this individual doesn't have a license because it's suspended. Okay.
Well, as of now, then I mean, like, I got to get down here.
I understand.
I'm still
and
be late.
we're gonna let you go, but I think did you have something else?
You got something?
No, so the reason they stopped you was for that not having the tag on the vehicle. He came to find out that you didn't need one. Because, you know, even us, we're getting educated all the time. It's an everyday thing. And like I said, what I meant earlier, our job is to pull people over. Our job is to do traffic stuff and citations and make sure everyone's right on the road. But at the same time, none of us want you to get hemmed up over some crap that you can fix. You know what I mean? Now, did you do anything wrong here? The only thing you did wrong was not have a driver's license. But that's fixable. Right?
Oh yeah,
Or is it past the point of fixing?
past the point of business.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope one day you are
Because
able
for
to
one
fix
thing that I can explain this. Because for one thing, Sarge,
Yeah,
I'm handicapped,
I understand.
slow to reading. I can understand like yield turn, left turn, right turn, and all that. I can understand that, but when it comes doing the test there, I cannot pass it.
No, I hear you. And look,
I can be straight up with it, and you know what I'm saying. Most people can't, but me, I got a disability.
Oh, I understand. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so that's why that it required for me to get something like this here, and because it's through my life. I mean, it's through my health insurance.
And look, and you saying that, I want to say that I appreciate you doing this and taking it that route, because in your knowledge, you thought you were doing everything right.
Right.
And I'm okay with that, okay?
Right.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Because what you could have done is said, F all that, let me buy a car and do everything wrong. Okay, but you didn't
Right.
do that, and I appreciate that. Which is why we're not trying to give you a hard time. We're just trying to educate you, because at the end of the day, safety is also an issue. Okay, if you drive
Well-
on Veterans Parkway, you're driving this moped out in Veterans Parkway, and you get hit. Chances are you're gonna get hurt pretty good. Okay.
Well, I'm finna get me a handicap tag though, cause like
Please
I said,
do, okay.
I got this through my health insurance,
Yeah.
and I plan on doing that then. Yeah,
Please stay safe. Okay.
always.
I want you to stay safe.
Yeah,
And if you can get your license, and I know you said you're having a hard time with that. If you
Yeah.
can get your license, do it, because they'll help you out. Okay. But I want you to stay safe on the same, because getting into a wreck with this it sucks. I've seen it. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
No, that's about it so far.
Okay.
That's about
Please
it.
stay safe. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Shake your hand.
Yeah, you may.
Okay. All right, man.
All right.